Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So you may or may not know, but I decided to start a 6-month challenge earlier this month where I basically try to push myself and see just how far I can go within the next 6 months. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the progress that I've made so far, the struggles that I've been facing, lessons that I've learned, and as well as any plans for the following month. So without any further delay, let's get to it. So my inspiration for the 6-month challenge is actually from two sources. Number one, it's a book called The Atomic Habits, which basically talks about how to establish good habits and maintain them while also eliminating bad ones. And an anime called Solo Leveling, which follows the story of Sung Jin-woo, an E-rank hunter who has the ability to improve while others cannot. Waking up 5 a.m. in the morning at first was actually a bit more difficult because I would feel sleepy later in the day, and I knew if I slept during the day, it's just going to be more difficult to sleep later at night, which is just going to be more difficult to wake up the next day. So it was a bit challenging at first, but over time, as I tried to balance out my sleeping schedule, it became easier and easier. Now I'm used to it, so yeah. Definitely, I did notice a lot of fitness improvements, especially when I'm running, because at first, like running was a bit more difficult, especially on my legs and as well, obviously the chest. But now I can basically run a 5K within 24 minutes. I think that shows just how much of an improvement I was, because usually I'm like 25, 26 there. So 24 is a very, very good number or good time to complete a 5K. Huh. Okay, so I think the unexpected benefits actually is firstly making the bed. It's a lot more easier now for me to make the bed because I have to wake up early. So there's no point in waking up early if I'm not gonna make the bed, because then the room looks untidy. So that's one. And then in terms of discipline, uh, like doing push-ups it requires a certain level of discipline because push-ups are very difficult, especially for me. So constantly forcing myself to do it, I think it does improve like the discipline by doing something that you don't often want to do and doing it anyway because you know you have to, does improve like in terms of discipline. So yeah, I think those two so far are how, or like the most unexpected benefits of this entire challenge. So yeah. At the beginning, the hardest part was actually waking up early. I think it was more difficult because I had to adjust my sleeping schedule, because if I would sleep late, it would be difficult to wake up early. Running, I don't really have much of a problem in terms of running, but establishing a habit of doing meditation, breathing exercises, and yoga daily for me is slightly more difficult because I'm still not familiar with like the entire thing. So I'd say for now it's doing yoga, meditation, and breathing exercises. So this is gonna sound cliche, but how I try to motivate myself or to push through when my motivation is low is first and foremost to kind of tell myself that, yeah, you're gonna have to do this today. You have to do it, because if you don't do it, then you're gonna struggle the next day. And also having a mindset of trying to maintain a streak. Like if you run for like 7 days straight and then you maybe you feel lazy, having that competitiveness within yourself or with yourself to be like, no, my previous version or my past version, which is yesterday's version, did it. I also have to do it. And then again and again. That's kind of how I try to do it in like the simplest way possible. Try to break my previous streak every single time. So yeah, that's how I try to push myself. Yes, so the mindset shift that I'm currently enjoying is competing with myself. So trying to beat my previous record or trying to beat my previous best, basically. I think that helps a lot, and it could also help like anyone in general. Instead of trying to compete with someone else, you can just compete with yourself and just see how far you can go there. I think that's like the best possible way you can go about anything. So yeah. Okay, so what I've learned so far about consistency and discipline is that if you make it easier for yourself, it's easier to maintain. So what I mean is, for me, I know if I wake up early in the morning, and maybe get like dressed with my running clothes, it's way more likely for me to just go for a run. It's way easier. And also if I'm not tired, then it's easier for me to just get up and just go for a run than if I sleep like, let's say 12 o'clock, and then I have to wake up at like 5:30, let's say half 5. It's going to be way more difficult for me to go for that run because I'm tired. So making it easier for yourself is one of the easiest way to maintain consistency and discipline. Just make it easier for yourself. The changes that I did make are not ones where I wanted to make. It was more out of being lazy, I guess, or just being a bit uncomfortable with certain things. So like with let me actually show you, because this is how I track my progress. So like things like breathing exercises and meditation, you can see I started off very well and then I kind of stopped. I didn't stop because I wanted to stop. It's just a matter of not being comfortable with it yet. And also with yoga, I don't know if I still want to do them, but I still do want to do them to kind of see the benefits of them. So yeah, those are the only routines that I've changed, not because I wanted to, is out of laziness, but I'm going to try to improve from that. The power of small habits is actually true, in my opinion anyways, but it is true. I think I see it more with my running, because I think my running is no, actually I see it more when it comes to doing push-ups, because I started with doing 10 push-ups like the first month, which is January. I did like 10 push-ups the whole day in preparation for this 6-month challenge, because I know push-ups is why I struggle the most. Obviously now you can't see like the effects yet, but it was easier. It's becoming more and more easier to do push-ups, because like now I'm doing 15. So like whenever I would get to like 13, 14, 15, it was a bit more difficult, but now it's starting to be slightly better. So maybe over time it will become more and more easier. So yes, small habits do help in terms of building both consistency and discipline, and as well they make it easier for you to try to accomplish your habits or try to build them, instead of just trying to do big things. Start small and then go gradually upwards. I think no. For now, I just want to try and maintain this routine and try to get everything at least as high as possible in terms of the ticks, or being them being completed, especially meditation, breathing exercises, and yoga. I just want to get those as high as possible. And also obviously the rest, because this month wasn't actually that good, but it wasn't the worst as well. It is the worst because it's the first time, but yeah, I just want to try and beat this record and see how far I can go. So I'm not going to make any changes yet on the routine. Okay, so in terms of pushing myself further, I have some new challenges I want to try within this 6 months, and I'm going to record them and also upload them. So it's going to help me both like trying new things and see how things go, and as well making content for you guys. So yeah, I will try and do some challenges, and as well I have a weekly planner now to try and plan out my weeks, while also using the tracker, of course, to track my progress. I think maybe this way it'll change something. I'm not sure. I've never used a weekly planner before, so it should be interesting. We're gonna see. This is basically part of the process of making those small 1% changes. So yeah, I'm gonna try to use a weekly planner now and see how far it will help us. Right, so that's all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it and maybe found some inspiration to start your own 6-month challenge. Yeah, for me it's still the beginning, so there's still a long way to go. This is just the first month. There's 5 more to go. So yeah, I hope you guys find inspiration in these videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.